John M.
Do you have to think about my name there for a
No,
second?
it just went off for a second.
Oh, okay.
We lost the connection for a second, but we're back.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Sunday Morning Live, and happy Father's Day to you all. I'm going to start off with this one. The dad I had was a typical dad, not perfect, but it wasn't half bad. He's half of why I'm here, and for that I'm glad. The dad I had was a typical dad. The dad I had met a girl named Mom. Took her to the senior prom. Stole her from a future dad named Tom. The dad I had met a girl named Mom. Dad I had worked all his life to get nice things for the kids and the wife. Killed a bear once with a bowie knife. The dad I had worked all his life. Well, the dad I had was awful smart. He put it together when I took it apart. Taught me how to whistle and to armpit. Dad I had was awful smart. He did the best he could with what he had, and most of what he had he got from his dad. The dad I had was brave and strong, could have whooped 100 other dads all day long. Well, but he never would have done it, it would have been wrong. The dad I had was brave and strong. The dad I had never seemed to care about the color of your skin or the cut of your hair. If you did good work, he'd treat you square. The dad I had always tried to be fair. The dad I had believed in God. He did his praying on Sunday with a fishing rod. So when he met St. Pete, I hope he got the nod. The dad I had believed in God. And he did the best he could with what he had, and most of what he had he got from his dad. The dad I had was a typical dad, not perfect, but it wasn't half bad. He's half of why I'm here, and for that I'm glad. Oh, I'm lucky to have had the dad I had. Lucky to have had the dad I had. Lucky to have had the dad I had. very special guest. I've been looking forward to having this guy here for quite a while. Chauncey Bowers, welcome to Sunday Morning Live.
Yeah, it's great to be here. It's fun.
Yeah. This is actually not the first time we've done anything together. We that silly TV studio thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, a couple of years ago, I guess.
Good music.
But it was fun. You and Lisa Turner and me, and we made a video and had an audience there. So, as I say, welcome. I'm not really sure where to start. You want to start with a song, or you want me to grill you first?
I'll do a song.
Okay.
I don't know the procedures.
I know there is no set protocol. We just do whatever we feel like here.
You just make sure this thing is still in tune. So, the song is it's about it's a guy we've probably all seen. If we haven't been him, we've seen him in a bar. He's in a bar and he's overestimating the probability of someone going home with him. He's unrealistic about his blue book value.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? He's not realistic about mileage and wear and tear. But he has confidence. So it's called "It's Gonna Be Great for You." That's what he's thinking. Maybe you're what I've been looking for. Maybe you're the best I never had. I've been drinking longer than you've been sad. So maybe I'm perfect for you. Maybe you're perfect for me. Maybe stumbling over to you is the best man I can be. We've been waiting all our lives for right now. I'll finish this drink, stagger your way. I'll take your hand and flourish a bow. It's gonna be great for you. I have a little house somewhere, and almost every time I try, I manage to make it there. I planned a simple life where I forget my first wife, and we'll have nothing to do, just me and you. We'll ride the stupor till dawn. We've been waiting all our lives for right now. I'll finish this drink, stagger your way. I'll take your hand and flourish a bow. And I know I'm not your dream, and I don't want to be. Most things are just the way they seem, including me. But if I hold my head up high, if I hold my head up high, I just get dizzy, a little dizzy. Well, I've been waiting for you, and I'm feeling pretty sure if time can heal all wounds, just sitting here holds a promising cure. You could have a piece of this, and it could start with our first kiss. Haven't we waited all our lives for right now? I'll finish this drink, stagger your way. I'll take your hand and flourish a bow. It's gonna be great for you.
All right.
Very nice.
Got lots of people watching this morning.
Yeah? Who?
Yeah. Well, Sandra Parker, Barbara Weiland,
Hey, Sandra,
of course,
Barbara.
John
Welcome.
Zipper, Barrett Taglarino,
Hey, Barrett. Good to see you.
Gary and Marilyn, Angelina, Jimmy.
Jimmy
we
Hunter,
seem
hey.
to be having some intermittent problems with video, and the lips are out of sync, but I don't want
Jimmy
to...
is or everybody is?
Jimmy is, and some people aren't, but some people are. So
That's probably a Facebook thing. I've noticed that myself occasionally when watching the show back, that the sync is a little off.
But I don't want to stop because it's
No.
not completely gone out. It
Yeah.
just had an orange thing every once in a while. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, we don't mind orange things.
No.
So, well, I guess that, the unique thing about you, or the thing I've noticed about you that I don't notice about too many songwriters, is that you're an artist, a performer, musician, songwriter, and you're also, I don't even remember the words, some kind of
Yeah. My day job for decades, cell biologist. So I
Right.
ran a lab at City of Hope for about 30 years. 20
Yeah, yeah. I see a lot of your posts on, I feel like I should ask you things like, can a pregnant tsetse fly still transmit disease? Stuff like that. But
I'd probably just go Monty Python on it. Should you be the African teacher or the?
But it seems like an odd combination, though. It's like the left brain, right brain thing. Because you're obviously really good at both. I mean, you did the one for 30 years. You made a living at it.
Yeah, I love that. I mean,
Yeah,
I love.
yeah.
I mean, that's why I still mouth off about it. I mean, 'cause, I read a lot.
Right.
Like primary research papers, because that's just what I'm used to reading. And I feel like scientists don't make the kind of effort they should to explain stuff to people.
Yeah.
Like what you're doing and why you're doing it, and so
or to explain it in down to earth terms.
well, no, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So that you actually are communicating, because a lot of scientists just can't, as far as I can tell. And so I feel like often I can, and so it's fun. It's fun for me to do that, because I used to enjoy teaching for the same reason. But it's unusual. I mean, I've been playing since I was 14, and I basically played all the way through graduate school, because I was in Boston, and so there were some coffee houses in Cambridge, and I would play there, and I got to play kind of regularly, but I was busy doing the lab work, but I played a fair amount, and we ended up, a woman sang with me there, and we ended up getting on the radio a couple times, and being at folk festivals, which caught me off guard, because it's clearly it was a part-time thing then. But I played most until I really got a full-time job, and I just it wasn't so much time as that it turned out. I mean, people talk about that they do the art for themselves and they write for themselves, and it became clear I've already done that experiment inadvertently. And the truth is, if I really don't anticipate playing something for somebody, it could be a real show, or it could just be friends who like the music. If there's nothing like that in the foreseeable future, it turns out that, and I just don't give a shit. I mean, I was trying to keep playing, and I would practice, and but I just felt like I was doing scales, and it turned out it was better to not play at all than to do that, and it's for me. And so I didn't touch guitar for 15, 20 years.
Wow.
And then
that surprises me that you put it. It doesn't so much surprise me that you took a break from it, but that it lasted that long.
Well, that's good. I worked,
Yeah.
I kept my job a while.
Right, sure.
But
sure.
then once you do that, you just it's even more unlikely you go back. But then so once I was stepping out of it, and then I my wife had always been really kind of upset that I stopped playing, because we met I mean, I was in graduate school, but I was playing these places, and so she's been just, was always wishing I would go back and play music. So,
Yeah.
so then that's what I'm doing. I've been doing this.
Do you play every day now?
3 or 4, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. You're the second person I know who I have a friend in Nashville who I don't think I'll embarrass him by mentioning his name, but he's a really good songwriter, and he's with his second wife now, and his first wife gave him a lot of, why do you always have to take that damn guitar everywhere you go? Why don't you just, it's your hobby. Why don't you leave it at, and she undermined his self-confidence enough that he kind of stopped doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And but then they separated, and he got married to somebody else. Mm-hmm. And the new wife said, that ain't gonna fly. You're too good for this. You gotta. Yeah. And now he's doing it again. Thank God.
It makes all the difference. So like I quit just because I wouldn't have predicted I would quit like that, but it was just felt. So I know for sure that I don't just play for myself.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I obviously I'm writing things that I want to write, but at some point I like to know if anyone else, because you're making it up from scratch, and sometimes I go off a little twisted, and so when other people go, yeah, no, I recognize that.
Yeah.
It's a great feeling, but it's also just kind of a relief that, okay, we're the same species. I mean, because I wonder sometimes, and the song's sort of like, yeah, no, okay, then if you understand that, then okay.
And you can. Does this happen to you? That you can. I've spoke about this on a previous show. That sometimes you can tell without anybody even saying anything to you, as you're playing. Mm-hmm. You can sometimes like see somebody in the audience, and you see a facial expression or something, and you can tell that connected.
Yeah, Yeah, I can't. I can't see well. Honestly, I don't see their faces. They're just, and that's good because I will just start wondering what they're thinking.
Oh,
I do. I get really distracted if I see the audience too long. And again, I've done that experiment too. And so, but I look out and I learned to look out and but I don't see anybody.
Yeah.
But like noises, actually when the room's really quiet, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, of course, if they laugh at something funny, then they're listening. But I don't usually know really till after, because I can't see that. And like I said, it would mostly just. There's people who do that though. There's people while they're playing. It amazes me. They're playing. They don't miss a beat. Somebody just like walks in. Like hey, and just and I just lose everything. I forget I'd be lost.
I used to, when I started playing, I used to tell myself that the most important thing was the feeling and, getting completely into it and all that, right? And I used to try to block out the audience completely. I would I would pretend they weren't there, and I was just playing, and get totally immersed in it. And but one of the results of that is I didn't talk to them very much.
And like between songs.
And right. Oh, yeah. And so eventually I realized that if they feel like you're ignoring you.
Oh yeah, no, that's right.
Then they'll start ignoring, so I eventually learned that there's a balance between.
Absolutely. No, and that's why from Kutlaks, I mean from videos of early on watching videos of myself, first you go, well, I really should open my eyes, right? And then but there's a whole thing I feel like that's important, this contact. And then the pattern between songs is really a different skill. But it can really just bring people in and have them interested in what you sing next, and that's the thing. But as you know, I play. Lisa Turner sings with me a lot. I just adore her voice, and
she's here too, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that.
Hey, Lisa.
She has the best harmony voice I've still ever heard, but she'll if you need verification, she'll verify. But early on, and I mean early on for like almost the first 2 years that we sang together. I couldn't. I mean, I know from watching other couples, play that there's a chemistry that's really nice for the audience to see, right? I mean, they go, "Oh, that's not," he looked. But if I just looked at her while she's singing, I forgot all my lyrics, and my brain would just go, "Why am I singing?" I mean, so I just couldn't look at her, and I talked to her about it because I said, "I'm not trying that," and so I started practicing songs at home, and I would think, okay, here I could look at her here. I mean, like where in the song can I look at her? And it was that weird. Now it's much better because we've been singing together so long. But I still can't do it fluently. But that's the so the audience is out of the question. I can't even just look over at Lisa.
You've had a request.
It's a
Chauncey.
character flaw.
You've had a request.
Oh, okay.
Or play a song about insects.
I don't know.
I mean, that's just a request.
I know. It's a song more for a room of people because I don't know. Is there
something else you want to
No,
play?
is there a convention about?
Just one person, Stuart Pearson.
Yeah, no, that used to be a real. He wants me to play Spider, but it's I don't know. Stuart, thank you for the thought. I think you did that to hurt me. I think. Anyway,
But you want to play something, I can tell.
Oh yeah, no, well. Do you have it? Yeah, you wanted that. I already had a request as part of the problem. So let's see. I'm going to play Digit, I think.
Yeah, that's a great one.
It's a Digit. It's about. It's not about these digits. It's a lot of people write about the binary number system. So this came from Facebook, and when I first went on Facebook, I went on because of the CD, and everyone said you need a web presence. So that's why I'm there.
We had another request said, play what you want.
No, I like. It's just it's good to have audience.
That's why we're here, by the way.
Participation.
Hillary told me the same thing. She said, you do this thing live on Facebook. I said, I don't know. You should talk me into it.
So let's see. Digit. Yeah, Digit. Okay. Sure. There's a cracker with a hacker. There's a midget with a widget. All my heroes, ones and zeros. This shy little girl, dirty blonde hair, sitting there writing her own software. I'm here at the IHOP, where I find my laptop. Digit. You can tweet public now. You can Twitter into space. You can unfriend your mother, but not to her face. You can go real slow. You can jump right in it. You can post your feelings every frickin' minute, Digit. I'm just wondering why I'm feeling so deranged. My digital delights are depraved. And I remember what they said when I got my first wang. Where is all the time I should have saved? I should have played Spider, I think. So now we live in double time. A lot less reason, a lot less rhyme. No more dial-up, no more modem. No free time, they got you by the scrotum. They can bundle up your service, they can bundle up your friends, they can bundle up your questions until the PowerPoint begins. And you say that was not my question. I think you've made some kind of switch. And the Digit boys, they all glare at you. They say, we're the future. You're the glitch. We're the future. You're the glitch. Say, we are the future.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, they do better.
I love that song.
All right, sorry.
And what could possibly be more appropriate for a live show on Facebook?
Yeah, and yeah, I hadn't thought about that. And honestly, once I realized modem rhymed with scrotum, the song kind of wrote itself. That's all it took.
Are you going to play the song you were practicing earlier?
Yeah. If you,
Awesome.
Yes, I'm having requests,
Left and right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just overwhelming.
Thanks, Stuart.
If you had to choose, thank God you don't. But if you had to choose between the biochemistry, science stuff, or music,
Choosing what?
one or the other to the exclusion of the other.
Science.
Yeah, interesting.
But it's really different. And it's a close call, kind of. But it's close. But that's what I was kind of born to. That's why. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the way there's almost you feel a privilege, really, asking nature questions and learning how to do that, and learning how to interpret the answers. It's just there's an awe about nature. If you scientists, if you don't feel that, then you're not doing it right. So it's just I love that.
There's also a skill, I think, like you were saying, stage patter is a whole different skill, which I agree. But there's a skill in being able to, for lack of a better word, translate it. You're talking about explaining it to people. And you really, I know from reading your posts, you're really good at that. You'll say things like, imagine if you took a bite of an apple and then it bit you back.
Yeah. No, so that's part of why I would choose it, because there's that component of it. Is that I like learning stuff and understanding, and then because it takes a while to learn how to do that,
Yeah.
And so I also enjoy, relating it to other people and letting. It's funny. Some people don't want to know how a rainbow works. I mean, I run into that, but I think I appreciate a rainbow more by knowing why it's there. And so people vary in that. Like, how much do you want to know about?
Yeah, some
like
people prefer the mystery.
Yeah.
I remember feeling that way when I was a kid in high school. Some teacher started to explain photosynthesis to me and how it affects all the fall foliage and all that. And I thought, man, I just want to appreciate the colors. Yeah. I don't want to know.
Yeah, but I don't think they have to be mutually exclusive. I mean,
I agree.
I still, but I sort of understand the other thing. Yeah, I still I understand it kind of, but to me, it just even makes it full. Because it's still true. I think rainbows are one of those things. If they didn't exist, we wouldn't be sitting around wondering why not.
Right.
I mean, the fact that they exist, it's easy in quotes, it's easy to figure out what's going on, but I'm not sure we would have predicted them in a sense.
Right.
I mean, we could have, but I don't think we would go. We wouldn't necessarily.
Yeah.
At least certainly not. Anyway. But so there's still this. Like I say, there's an all about nature, and it doesn't matter how much you learn. In some ways, to me, the more you know about. I mean, the more you understand development, for example, you just go, I don't know how anybody is ever born. I mean, there's so many things to go wrong at every step. Believe me, there's still just this awe of like, wow, I'm amazed you pulled it off. And a chicken becomes a chicken in 21 days. I mean, it takes us 9 months and we come out useless. I mean, in 21 days, a chicken goes from a single cell to a chicken, and it doesn't need its mother. It's just ready to go. Ready to go. That's 21 days. I mean, what have you done in the past 21? I mean, that's chicken. Ready to go. I mean, they're not going to write a symphony, but still. Right. It takes us like 16 years to do anything really interesting. Go ahead.
I want to squeeze in one more song here, and then I'll let you do one more.
Yeah,
and then we'll wrap this thing up. So this is I don't really have any songs about my father or about fathers, but I do have one song, count it, one, that I wrote that does at least mention my father, and this is that one.
At night with a camera in his hand, take pictures of the metro skyline. Nobody ever laid a hand. These days you best be watching who's behind you, even in the middle of the day. You better walk, don't run, don't talk to anyone. You better be careful what you say. What have we learned to become? What have we come to? What have we done to ourselves? I can be one of the tough guys in the streets. I can be streetwise like anyone else, but it's not my way. Whoa. These days we got alarms on our cars and video surveillance in our homes. We all hide behind our high-tech hardware. We wonder why we're so alone. Now, I can remember when my friend was my neighbor. My door was open when he came. Now I never turn out the lights, lock up tight every night. I don't even know my neighbor's name. But I refuse to live in fear of the ne'er-do-wells with the gangs and guns. I'll take my stand right here, not gonna change myself, not for anyone. And I'll take it, I'll take what comes, yes I will. I'll take precautions, certainly. Yeah, but I'll be damned if I'll be driven into hiding or scared away from being kind. Not gonna lose my will, won't stand still, had my fill of these so-called changing times. What have we learned to become? What have we come to? What have we done to ourselves? I can be one of the tough guys in the streets. I can be streetwise like anyone else, but it's not my way. Not my way. Not my way. Not my way. It's not my way. It's not my way. Not my way.
Nice.
So there. That one's from my Nashville record, Still Here. So I don't play that one as often as I used to, but every once in a while I like to pull that one out. So get some of my rock and roll roots. Come back out.
Yeah, you see it. Yeah.
So
Mine too.
So you. How many records do you have now?
So one CD. So yeah, maybe
okay.
I should. Yeah, Rumors of Reason. It's you could. I don't know. iTunes,
We'll put a link.
Amazon,
We'll put a link on
and
the
then I have a
comments.
website, and you can listen to all the songs for free on the website and decide if you like them or not.
What's your website, Chauncey?
ChaunceyBowers.com.
Awesome.
Yeah. One of the advantages of having a name like Chauncey is not.
Yeah. There's not a whole lot.
Yeah, there's not 6 of them with a website.
Right. So, well, Hit us with another one, if you got one in mind.
In a way, this is, I mean, you're talking about how these things change. And so, I mean, when you're 93 years old, like I am, you know, you see, you share, you know, genuine tragedies, right? You know, people, that, you know, dying much younger than they really should. And there's just been this, seemed like an increasing trend of celebrating their life in this way that I know there's a significant fraction of people who use this because, no, I'm actually sad right now. You know, I would like to just be sad. You know, I don't even think flowers should be blooming, much less tell a funny story right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's just, I think it's been getting more and more like, oh, we just, no, I know he's dead, but yeah, he led a life, and depending on how close you are to this person, you just you know, bite me. I'd like to be sad. Thank you. And so there's this song is sort of from some things that just brought it home that even if you're, and again, I think it's just personality, but if you are that kind of person who just goes, no, just go celebrate. So you should at least notice not everyone's on board. You know what I mean? Just, so that's sort of where this song came. It's called Inconsolable. They say what doesn't kill me makes me stronger. I don't see it, but it might be true. If that's the case, I was happier when I was weaker, living life with you. They always say life goes on, time will heal. I should get back on that horse. But somewhere a mistake is here. There has to be, or you'd be by my side. Some disturbance in the ether that lets the moon kiss the tide. Life goes on, they make that clear, so certain there's a silver lining here. That does not soothe me, that brings no comfort here at all. Take your words and your smile, go away for a while. They do not soothe me. And somewhere a mistake is here. I'll find it and fix whatever is wrong. It's probably something simple. I mean, I'm just putting things back where they belong. Shake it off, the future's wide open. Glass half full, no, this glass is broken. And finally, the faithful bring stories how everything's still okay. Somehow, with a straight face, they manage to look at me and say, there's a whirling dervish dancing for you, book of rules and a wandering Jew, and some poor sap on a cross who died. These are lost causes I have already tried. They do not soothe me. They bring no comfort here at all. Take your words and your smile, go away for a while. They do not soothe me. They say what doesn't kill me makes me stronger. I'm thinking that could be. But I would trade any strength I have left to feel your breath on me.
So beautiful.
It's beautiful. Is that new?
Yeah, it's really brand new.
Man.
So that's what when she request. I was running through it, and she's like, "Thanks for letting me play."
Oh yeah, no, that's a beautiful song,
Very
and a
moving.
little. I mean, your other songs are intense too, but that one's kind of intense in a different way.
Yeah,
you
no,
know,
thanks.
that's wonderful. Well, I want to thank you for dragging yourself out here on Sunday morning. I know you're kind of a late night guy.
Yeah. No, I was thinking. I don't think I've ever sung at 10 a.m. ever.
Well,
in my life. I've been awake occasionally.
Yeah,
but I wasn't singing.
Well, I know it is difficult. It's not always the most convenient thing for us, but it's a time slot that seems to work. And I won't mention the person's name, but there was another artist that we were trying to book to do this, and he said, "Oh man, I can't do 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning. Can we record it some other time and you can play it?" And I said, the show is called Sunday Morning Live.
That's a
so.
good.
But
no,
you're not only here, but you're sharp and you're playing beautifully, and I really appreciate it. So
thanks for having me. It's cool. I love it. I mean, I didn't realize how long you've been doing this. I mean, you've got some great shows.
Well, thank you.
Archives. I recommend looking at past shows.
It's on YouTube. On YouTube under Sunday
Yeah, I
Morning
noticed
Live
that you had watched a bunch of them. The other day.
So I was getting a sense of it.
Yeah.
And like you say, they really vary. I mean, some of them are, well, we played a decent number of songs, and others, you end up just having a conversation, and it just depends on what's going on. It's nice.
Yeah. Well, I just kind of like to let it go how it goes if somebody has something to say, So thanks, to all of you. We're going to do one more song to wrap this up in a minute, but thanks to all of you for watching and joining us as you do. Are there...
Apparently there's been a lot of technical problems, but feed going in and out, then other people saying, no, it was fine with me. So if it's fine with some people but not with others, then probably
it's not us, yeah.
You can probably catch it on the replay. And sorry for anything that seemed weird, but it seemed really good for me.
Yeah, Facebook is glitchy sometimes, unfortunately, but I will be, I will leave this posted on my Facebook page as I always do, and as Hillary says, it's most likely will be there intact. So those of you that had dropouts and stuff, we apologize for that, but we can't control everything. Could have been the weather. It's cloudy and threatening rain here today, and that might have something to do with it. And I will, as I've been doing, last week's show with Eric Chase is now on YouTube, and this show will be on the YouTube channel within a couple of days. You just go to youtube.com, and in the little search window, just type in Sunday Morning Live with John M. And all the shows are listed there by date and by the guest's name. So if you're looking for Chauncey, just look for his name on one of those thumbnails, and it'll be the most recent one added. It'll be at the top of the list. Thank you as always for joining us and for putting up with Facebook's technical problems. And thanks for sharing and recommending us to your friends, as I know you do. We appreciate that. So next week I have to ask you, God, how could I have not asked you this? Do you have any gigs coming up?
There's a show at Oak Cellars in Pasadena. It's a co-bill, me and Lisa Turner, and
that'll be fun. So she's going to do some of her stuff.
Oh yeah, she has her
show,
and then probably since she's already there, she might sing with me. You know?
Yeah.
You never-
We'll post a link to the
yeah, I think it's
details on the
Is that a wine and
feed.
song thing?
no, it's its own thing. Yeah, Oak Cellar. Yeah, this. You know, I forget exactly.
We'll
even-
put it up there.
And then that's coming up. And also, well, this I don't know if you know about something called Two Bazaar. It's but I will only maybe play 2 or 3. But it's like 4 or 5 people. But this particular week is just this coming weekend. If you just, actually, so Two Bazaar is one word. It's tuba, and CZAR, Two Bazaar. And you know, I assume there's some kind of play on words, but I'm still working on it. But it's really a guy. This guy, Beltzman Mark. He plays a tuba, and people bring songs with a chart for the tuba, and it's just hard to take yourself too seriously when somebody's playing tuba with you, and it's just a lot of fun, and it's just a lot of fun.
Where are you playing?
So it's located at the Fanatic Saloon, which is downtown. But if you Google Two Bazaar, again, I don't think there's that many, and it's coming up this weekend. I could find the date. This weekend. It'll be like Cynthia Carl's going to be there.
Oh yeah,
and Mark Nutter, and then I wouldn't always invite people because any one person's not playing a lot. You just kind of have to. But this week there's just some really funny, brilliant people, and it's just a lot of fun. And like I said, you can't beat a tuba for anything, honestly.
Yeah, we'll put a link to it on the comments later.
So yeah, but a real show coming is Oak Cellars. Come on.
Awesome.
Well, we're gonna close this out with a song that we haven't really formally worked this up or rehearsed it, but Chauncey just showed up this morning, and I was already thinking about doing this song, and I said, hey, you want to do this song with me? And he said, sure. So feel free to join in with us if you'd like. This is going to be our last one for this morning. We're going to wrap this up. But this is, I only did the one original this morning, but this is a cover song by John Prine. And Chauncey has graciously agreed to help me out with this. This is Paradise. Thank you for joining us. Oh, next week, Severin Brown will be my guest here. And then the following Friday after that, Severin and I and Marty Axelrod are going to be playing at the Coffee Gallery backstage in Altadena.
June 29th.
June 29th. It's a Friday night. Severin and Marty are going to play as a duo called the Severly Brothers.
Nice.
And
that's a nice musical company you got there.
And they're both in their own right. They're both like really cool songwriters. Yeah. And then of course I'm going to be doing my thing. So I strongly recommend that if you're local or if you're going to be in the area, that you look up coffeegallery.com online, and there's a phone number there, and make your reservations because that show probably will sell out. But that's going to be a lot of fun. So anyway, Severin Brown is going to be here next week. Thank you again. This is Paradise by John Prine. Well, sometimes we travel right down the Green River to the abandoned old prison down by Adrie Hill, where the air smelled like snakes and we'd shoot with our pistols, but empty pop bottles was all we would kill. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay? I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late and ask Mr. Peabody. Green River, let my soul roll up over Rochester Dam. I'll be halfway to heaven, paradise waiting just 5 miles away from wherever I am. Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay? I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late and ask Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late.
Thanks so much.
Thanks to all of you for joining us, and thanks, as always, to Hillary McClarty behind the camera, without whom none of this would ever be happening.
Yes.
We wouldn't have even done the first show were it not for her. Hillary, anything you want to talk about? Anything you want to share with anybody?
I'd like to wish Tammy Goolsby a very happy birthday. And thanks always for supporting us and this show. I hope you're having a blast today. I'm sure you'll be watching later. And thanks everybody for coming.